Hey everybody, Friday, 5 o'clock. They just announced the Sky, I don't know, maybe about an hour ago, and I thought I'd come on and share you a couple secrets about the Sky and tell you a few other things. But we only got a couple people in. We only got like 13 people in. So let's get some more people in for the big announcement. And I don't know, maybe I'll be giving away a Sky today. I don't know. We'll find out, but guess no one will find out with only 13 people in here. I don't know anybody. So big announcement today. Obviously, the Sky. I just got home from work. I didn't really get to watch it, but it really doesn't matter because I've had the Sky. I've had the Sky for quite a while, actually. I've had the Sky since they released them. Um, so obviously, I know all about it, and I might be the first person to actually state that I've had it and I've had it working, other than a few other guys. I could pick it up for you. Awesome, Cedric. Um, so let's get started with a couple things before we go into the Sky. So looks like we only got like 15 people in here. So I don't know if that's enough to give out these big announcements. So we gotta get more people in here, guys. I know it's kind of a surprise. We are having a live stream tomorrow with Parker's Reef. I can't wait. It's gonna be really exciting. I've been wanting to have him on for a while, but I thought it'd be fun to kind of go over um, the Sky a little bit today and some other news for me. Let me see if I can. I think I posted it on our group, but people are not wanting to come on. I guess Friday night they're out dancing or something. Who knows what the heck they're doing? Uh, man, oh well. Hey, these surprise streams. You hope for the best. So yeah, share it with your groups, guys. Share with your friends. Let's get some people in. All right. So before we get started, you guys might have seen my post from my company that I posted roughly, I think Thursday or Friday. I posted it. And it's a big announcement for me, and it's a big announcement for my company. And we, as a company, my home automation company, go to a lot of houses here in Scottsdale, Arizona, and we find a lot of people that have aquariums. And since I'm big into this, obviously I talk to them about their aquariums. It becomes a big conversation. Then I see that they don't have anything to control their system, and a lot of these people have second homes or they're not here all the time. And it's really annoying because I feel so bad for these people that they don't have a quality system when they leave their house to know what's going on. So I reached out to Neptune. This is not something I've been working on for a long time. This is something that just recently came up, probably in about the last week or two. And I thought, maybe it would be a good idea for my company to start investing in selling and supporting automation systems for aquariums, since I consider myself an expert in it and it is part of my company and I do have a company. So I reached out to Neptune and I ended up becoming a dealer for Neptune. So the reason I'm mentioning this on the stream is I've always been unbiased with all of my subscribers. I've always given my opinions on everything. And I want to just mention that I'm going to continue to do that. However, now that I am a Neptune dealer, I'm going to be selling their product. And if you want to buy it from me, that's fine. I'm going to have a website where you can buy Neptune product directly from me and support my business, and that'd be awesome. I'm also going to have more T-shirts. I'm wearing my Batfish Killer shirt today. I'm going to have more swag and some other things coming up. I'm redoing my whole store. So if you guys have been on there lately, it's completely down. Redoing it. We're going to start adding Neptune products to it. Haven't decided. I might offer free shipping. I don't know yet what I'm going to do. Anybody that's local here in Arizona can buy some Neptune product and pick it up from me. So if you guys want some Neptune product from me, obviously I'll support it, I'll warranty it, all the fun stuff. I'll install it for you guys. But again, I want to just reiterate that I'm going to continue to be unbiased. Like when we talk about the light today, I'm going to be unbiased on it, and I'm going to be unbiased on everything I do going forward. It's not going to change my mind on Neptune and any other products. The reason I'm selling Neptune is because I know how to install it, and I'm going to be going to my own clients under my own business name, and I have to be installing things that I trust, that I know how to install, that I feel comfortable with installing until I learn other things and until I can support other products. That's where I'm going to start. So I know I'm going to get a lot of people after me about this, so I just want to explain myself. Um, Batfish Killer isn't coming today. This was a surprise stream. If you guys are looking for him, he's not coming. All right, so with that out of the way, you guys want Neptune? Let me know. So, big announcement today. The Sky finally was released. They have pictures of it. Terrence showed off a little bit about it. And I've had two of them. For those that don't know, I won one in a raffle back in November, I think, or January. I won a raffle. If you guys remember or don't remember, that's fine. For a free Sky, I won a free Sky back in January. And when they announced the NSI group, oh yeah, it was Black Friday. That's right. And when they announced the NSI group, I jumped right on it. I was like, I'm gonna want one of these. So of course, I got one for free and I paid for one. So I want you guys to know I have two, but I got one for free because I won one. So being fair and honest with you guys. I did purchase one for the full retail price of $870, but I got one for free. So that was awesome. So a couple things about the Sky that you guys got to know when you first get them. They have a very long cord. They actually, I don't know what the measurement of the cord is per se, but it's very long. I like this and I also don't like this. So the cord is probably, maybe they know, it's probably like 20 or 30 feet long. Like it's really long. So it's one cord, and at the end of the cord, it's got a USB or Aquabus, apologize, and power. So it's two different cords. It is not wireless. It has Bluetooth in it, but it's not wireless. Okay, that's true. I donated thousands to the Help Kids. Yeah. So just be aware when you get it. It's got a really long cord. Well, Donald says it's 14 feet. It's long. Then at the end of it, it's got this gigantic power brick. I wish I can bring it over here, but I can't, unfortunately. So there's a couple things that I'm not, just aesthetically, that's one thing that kind of, I understood why they did it, but I was like, what if someone has a smaller tank? Like, that's a really long cord, and you're going to have to, I don't know what you're going to do with it. I wish they had a way of, and I explained this to them when they first got it. I was hoping they had a detachable cord, but they didn't do that. It's not one link. It's its own cord, and it's very long. The power brick is, there we go, is probably yay big, I would say. Maybe I could put this picture behind me. Let's see. Got some cool stuff I can do. Nope. Anyway, so be aware you're going to need room for the big power brick. I've had it running. Both of them have a power brick. You can't share the power bricks. Okay, so there's one power brick per light, very similar to that of some other lights out there. And for me, it's gotten pretty hot, the power brick, but the light itself is not hot at all. Like, it's completely cool to the touch. It's amazing, actually. And that's why they have the fans, I'm presuming, on the unit, because it's providing that cool, it's cool to the touch. Thanks, Donald, for Donald knows a little bit more about it than I do. So I've had it running. Again, the cord. What I really love about this light, guys, is you can use any hanging kit with it. It's got the same hanging kit as the Ecotech. It's got the same hanging kit as, I think, AI. The hanging kit is universal. So, for instance, if you have an Ecotech marine light and you wanted to put the Sky in its place, for example, like I did, you could just use the hanging kit, which I thought was really cool. Now, you'll notice that there's a little orange plug on the front of it on that picture I have. That is also interchangeable, so you don't have to have the orange. You can actually put the gray plug, which is below it. So it's interesting because a lot of people don't like the orange, kind of like me, right? But you can change the orange aesthetic of it by putting that gray plug on there. It does not come with a hanging kit, but like I said, it's universal for the other hanging kit. Most of I don't know, guys, but most of these bigger high-end lights don't come with hanging kits. At least the ones they used to. So I don't know if the Ecotechs come with hanging kits, but they never did for me when I bought them. So I understand the point that Neptune's making. We'll get into that a little bit pricing wise at the end of this, but I want to go through the details of the light. So it needs a free aquabus, like I said. From my understanding, they're going to make splitters and a few other things that allow you to have multiple lights, so that'll be great. Let's see. The Coral Care does. Let's see. So I'm trying to think of all the stuff that I wanted to talk about. It has the fans on the top. You don't hear them at all. Completely silent. Hopefully I could do a video. Actually, I'm probably going to do a video on it this weekend. I was a little concerned about actually doing a video on it till people have a chance to see it and so forth. Oh, go in the hot tub. What the heck, man? Yes, Cedric, you will be able to daisy chain them. The one I have does not provide that ability currently. For a couple of people asked a couple questions. I used to have a hybrid with T5s, if you guys remember, if you've seen my setup. Sorry, I got marker all over me. And I replaced it with no T5s now and an Ecotech. I used to have an Ecotech Generation 4 Radeon. I had two of them. And I replaced it with two Skies. So at the first time when I put them in, I was really scared because, you guys have seen my tank. There's a lot of expensive corals. I got all kinds of stuff going on in there. And what I did is I ended up just measuring the par, replacing all the lights, and putting the par the same. That's kind of what I hope, Thank you guys for the super chats. I really appreciate it. I really do. There is scientific data. Scuba JT, I have it sitting here. I don't know if I'm going to put it up on the stream right now, but there is. Let's see. I have it literally standing right next to me. Let's see. Oh, a sticker. Awesome. I haven't got a sticker ever. So let's see. What else, guys? There's so much to talk about. So I'm going to try to condense this into a shorter stream, but there's a lot of stuff to talk about. Talked about the cord. Talked about how it's connected. It does have Bluetooth. There was a separate NSI group that did Bluetooth testing. I wasn't part of it. And there was a separate NSI group that did direct connection, which is what I did. The wattage is 216 watts. The Bluetooth group, there's an app that you can control the Apex with a Bluetooth app. All standalone, does not need a Apex, okay? Yeah, I'll show you, C. Matthews. That's going to be something hopefully I'm going to show you guys later. For his old lights to me. We're going to go over that, Daniel. Daniel asked about coverage. Yeah, I got the power map, Donald. I will explain the moonlighting as well. I love all these questions, guys. I know there's a lot to get to, but I'm going to try to get it to everything and everyone's question. I'm glad we only have 25 people in there now. There's going to be a lot of questions, and people are going to want to watch this after the fact, I'm sure. And tomorrow I'll be on my live stream to answer questions about it also. Okay, so when you first get it, I was really scared. It's really easy to set up. You just plug it in, and it's on your Apex, right? When I first got it, I had the T5s running with them because I was really, really scared of the coverage. Everything that Terrence told me was that coverage won't be an issue and you do not have to worry about your T5s. Of course, I was like, yeah, whatever. So I put them in. Mine are roughly 10 inches above my water. And I got to tell you guys, compared to my Generation 4 Ecotechs, guys out there that have Coral Cares and all these other lights probably have very similar coverage to the Sky, but I can tell you with absolute certainty, when I put this in, I turned off my T5s. There was no reason for T5s. There was no reason for supplemental lighting any longer. There was no reason for stunner strips. It covers the entire 4 foot by 2 foot tank with two of these with no problem. I mean, if you guys have seen my picture that I just posted, that is my tank with just the skies over it. What kind of cord does it use, Rob? I went over this in the beginning of the stream. That was part of my whole spiel, so you might want to take a look at that. So the fact that I got rid of my T5s that I've been using along with my Radions was, I would say, it was jaw-dropping. I know that's a big statement, but I really could not believe it. For everyone out there that's scared of coverage with these lights, don't. One thing also that is really cool about the lights, guys, is there's almost zero spill onto the tank. I was amazed. When I put this on, compared to my Radion, I used to get tons of spill in my garage. These, you almost get no spill. It's like they're perfectly made to fit right in the box. And again, I know there's tons of other lights over there, guys. This one I just wanted to test out because I had a chance and I got a free one, so I got to test it. But you'll be shocked to see the spread on this thing. The spread is fantastic. In terms of the lighting itself, I can tell you that I have mine set to roughly 65%. I had my Ecotech set, well, one of them wasn't. Yeah, okay. Aaron, you can explain the situation. Okay, so I can tell you guys with absolute certainty that the PAR on this is not as strong as my Generation 4. Now, I put the Gen 4 at the exact same height as my skies, and my skies are at 65% to achieve the same PAR I had than my Radions, which were at about 30%. However, the sky's spread is so much better that the assumption that I made is that the reason I had to boost the percentage is because the sky gives you that nice blanket of light, whereas the Radion was kind of a shot down light, and wherever I was doing PAR measurements could have been higher and lower because of where the spread was going. So just note that when you do get the sky, if you're replacing something that's a powerful light like a Radion, you might notice that you're going to have to boost that guy up to really get the same power numbers that you were having. Let's see. Another thing to note about the sky is exactly what Terrence has said, which is the coloration of the tank is really interesting. And I know John, or I know someone on the stream is going to yell at me, but you guys probably saw my orange picture. I did that on purpose. So the orange picture was done with a filter with my sky because I didn't want to take a picture without the filter because I thought it would be, I don't know, secret or something. So anyway, you don't need a filter to take a picture. It's really kind of interesting. When you take a picture of the tank, when the sky is on, no matter what the spectrum is, the blue is almost gone. It's really kind of interesting. I will say though that I did pop it at a really, really high blues, and I saw the blues in the picture. But it's kind of interesting how they did that. I don't know how they did that, but it's absolutely true what Terrence said. Let's see what else. It does have a diffuser built in. It does have a lot of spectrum choices, which are really cool, especially for beginners. You can just choose a spectrum, and it just does it for you. Yeah, it has a built-in diffuser, TJ. It's kind of flimsy. I didn't like kind of how they did that, but that's how all diffusers are. I wish they would have really like glued that diffuser in, but you know, big deal because I keep hitting it with my hand, and I feel like it's going to just go flying somewhere. No, Jeff. It's Jeff asked if it's a glass diffuser. It's pretty much the same diffuser as the Radion. It's a flimsy plastic diffuser. Let's see. We'll get into programming a little bit. I just want to show you kind of the details about the light first. Not exactly, Rob. Rob asked, do they do their own version of managing spectrum? Sort of. I'm going to kind of explain that when I show the programming off a little bit. We're not going to get into real detailed programming. We're just going to show you how it looks. Yeah, it's definitely not IP65 rated. I'm pretty confident of that. Of any what leads it's running. Yeah, Steven just said his radion diffusers fall in the tank every time he bumps them. I will tell you, Steven, you will not have that issue with this light. The diffuser is inside the thing. You will not be able to get that diffuser out at all. But it does kind of knock around, and it drives me crazy. Let me see if I can pull the power numbers up for you guys. Give me a second. I'm having, this was a real kind of, what's what I'm looking for. I got home from work, and I'm like, you know what? I'm going to do a stream because this is so cool. All right, let me see if I can get the picture on there, guys. Just give me a moment. I wish I didn't have to cover my face, but whatever. This is, yeah, it's kind of blurry, guys. I'm sorry. This is all I have. Sorry. Hopefully you guys can read it. I wish I can make it bigger. Hey, the guy who sent me this, maybe give me a better picture. We're going to go over Spectrum, Mike, in a bit once we get to the programming. Nobody wants to see your face anyways. That's awesome. How many colors? Yeah, we'll go over that. I'm going to show you. That's a good question, Superglass. So we'll get to that. I want to get to the kind of the aesthetics of the light and how it works a little bit beforehand. So it's quite thin. Like I said, I'm going to do a video of it. So you guys probably saw Terrence's little video of what it looks like and how it's not very big. It's actually pretty small. It's made of plastic, similar to all the Neptune products. I mean, it's made of the same stuff. You can kind of see how the lights are laid out in it. There is something I really, really love about the Neptune Sky, and some of you guys might not show us the damn light live. No. Maybe I'll go get my phone and we'll do something, guys. What am I doing? Oh yeah. So, you guys don't believe me that I have the light. That's gonna be the new one, huh? You don't believe me? I have it, huh? All right. Let's see. Let's see, guys. Let's see if Derek has skies on his tank. You ready? Just give me a moment. I have pictures popping up on pictures and popping up on pictures. Look at that. What do those look like, guys? All right, these power numbers sucked. I wasn't really prepared. I just got home. There it is. There's me. All right, you guys don't need to see my face, so there you go. You can look at it. So, I don't know if you can see my mouse. Hopefully you can see my mouse. You probably can't see my mouse. So the wire goes down all the way to my Trident and then goes into my equipment closet there. So it works out perfect for me. And I put the power blocks on top of the lights. You can see where my hybrid fixture used to be. Those T5s don't come on anymore. I just have the two skies. So, Patrick, I only won one. I just want to mention that. I only won one sky. Oh, I got the picture again. Okay, let me see if I can give you a better power picture. All right, we're going to put this like in the corner so the people that say I don't have the sky can be like, oh, maybe he does have the sky. All right, give me a moment. Thank you for the better picture, sir. Yes, Patrick, I had to purchase one at full price. Which, if you guys don't know the price, it is $870. Did he give me the other picture? Yeah, sorry guys, I'm all over today. Again, I just got home from work, so I'm a little. Oh, that's not it. Maybe it's this one. Ah, there we go, guys. There we go. Thank you, thank you, thank you. There you go. Cool. I'm not reading anything, Mike. You got the power right there. How many would you need on a 6-foot tank? Rob, I honestly think you can get away with 2. Um, the spread is quite amazing on these. I have a 4-foot tank. You guys can see from my picture that they're pretty close to each other. There's a good chance I could have moved those and spread them. You know? So yeah, so there's your par numbers. Again, I found that I had to really bump the brightness up to really get it to where I wanted it, you know. So we'll let you guys kind of look at this while we kind of talk about some other things. Um, let's see. Programming is really easy. I'll show you how it works. I have it about 11 inches off the water, Mike. So one thing to note that is not really mentioned yet is it has completely separate programming for moonlights, and it has completely separate programming for the main lights. So what's really cool about that is you don't have to program a moonlight setting. It has it just completely separate. It also has the ability to group multiple ones. And what I mean by that is you only program one and it programs all of them for you. So you don't have to program each individual light, which in the past, Neptune has required you to do that with like Radion, with the WXM, with Hydras, with anything that they've had to integrate with. If you recall, if you had multiple lights, you would have to program each one. But with the Sky, there is a setting that you can group all your skies into and only program one thing, and it basically sends it to all of them, which is really neat. Okay, we're going to get rid of this picture now. So total watts are 215 or 216. I think I mentioned that earlier. All right, so let's take a look at a couple things, guys. Now that I can actually do this for once. I've been wanting to do this for a while, but every time we try to, we get in trouble. I love my Sky announcement. I actually did have a Sky, guys. When I did my Sky announcement, it was actually behind that cabinet. Just so you know, secrets. All right, let's get into the Sky programming. We're not going to get really in depth with the Sky programming, but I just want you guys to see what it looks like. Let's see, Sky announcement. No, that's not it, Derek. There she is. Let me see if I can read. That's fine. You guys can probably see that fine. Okay, so again, I have 2 skies. So when you first plug them in, they're going to show 4 things. You're going to see, if you have 2 lights, you're going to see 2 LEDs and 2 moons. So the 2 moons are the separated moonlights, like I told you that they have. They have separate moon programming and separate LED programming. So when you first get them, you're going to need to do that. Jeff, I use if you're asking me, I actually use an apogee power meter when I put them in. So when you first get them, if you want to group them, if you only have one, you don't have to group them. But if you want to group them, they have this setting, if I could find it, it's under tasks. Tasks are your best friend. And you go to Sky Initial Setup, and then this is where you can actually group the lights together. We're not going to go through it because unfortunately if I do that, it's going to ruin my programming. So if we go to the Sky programming, let's give it a second. Right now it's grouped, so this Reef LED right here at 37% is both of my skies, okay? And I'm going to kind of go through this a little bit, but you'll see if you go into here, it's part of a group, which you make a group, and then you can add different skies to that group. Once it's in the group, you're programming the sky. And you can see up here it says the member of. I just made it the same number or the same name because it's super easy for me. So what's great is they've added this feature that tells you what time it currently is. You see that line right here? And you can adjust, of course, same thing as you always could adjust on any other light. But if you go down here, here's all your different spectrums, right? Kind of similar to some of the other ones. You got AB plus, the standards. You got what I'm already using, the sunset, dim, all that stuff. But if you'll notice, there's only 4 light channels that you can adjust, which is kind of interesting. They combine the green and red together, and then they have a separate purple channel, a separate royal blue channel, and a separate white channel. There is no other blue channel, so it's kind of interesting how they do that. But that's basically it for programming. There's really not much more to this. You program it similar to any other LED, right? So now, once you've done this, again, this has nothing to do with your moonlight. Your moonlight is a whole separate entity. Okay. Aaron asked if I'm running AB plus, what power do you get? So I tried to keep it very similar to my other one, which is, I want to say my power was about 290 at the 290 at this SPS on the top of my tank, and that's kind of where it's at right now. And you can see I'm at 65%. Remember, I was mentioning earlier, is you're going to have to probably bump this up a little bit. Rob asked if the white is the intensity. No, the intensity is actually right here. That's the intensity of the light. And I just have a real basic setting, from 9 to 13, a very long sunrise, and then about a 4 hours photo period, and then a real. That's how I've always run my lights. And I really like it this way. So that's really it for that. Again, there's all kinds of programming, guys, you can do with this, but I'm not going to go through that right now. And then if you come back, like Lucas was mentioning, the great feature, I love this feature, guys, is the fact that it has a completely independent moon setting. You see that? So I go to moon now, and now I'm programming the moonlight, which is completely independent. So you can set it to all white, all blue. You can adjust the 2 channels of it. I just have it 100% all day. I don't really care, because when the moonlight comes on at night, it's not very bright. It's bright. It's bright to a point that if the room is dark, you can tell the moonlight's on. But if you turn the moonlight on during the day, you're not going to see it at all. Like it's not very strong, and I think they did that on purpose, honestly. So, thanks, Unfiltered Reefer. I wish we had more people in here. I thought this was very exciting, but yes, you can, Patrick. Yes, you can. I'm not gonna get it. Patrick asked if we can graph alkalinity and light spectrum together. Yes, we'll. I almost said your last name, Mike. There is a lunar cycle option. And again, we're not going to get into more advanced programming. I just wanted to show you guys the real basics. But yeah, if you go to your charts, I'll show you. It's pretty cool. I got so much stuff, guys. Sometimes it's not that easy to do these things that people ask me to do. Where is it? It might take me a while. If you guys see it and I miss it, just holler. It's in here somewhere, at least it used to be. Oh well. Yes, you can. Okay, so you had a really good question. Superglass asked about violet or even fluorescence. So yeah, they don't have that. I mean, they have a violet channel, but it's really kind of interesting. There is shimmer, okay, but the shimmer is very subdued shimmer. I mean, if you like shimmer, you might not like this light too much. If you like kind of a subdued shimmer, you can really see this shimmer on the side of the tank, really nice. I will say this, and again, I'm being as unbiased as I can. I will tell you with absolute certainty, guys, that when I put this on, when I put this light on, I swear to you, and I'm a scuba diver, it looked like I was in the ocean. Like it was really, like the picture behind me, that's the coloration I was getting. And I was like, holy cow. Again, I know people are going to bash a little bit. I had never had any other lights, so I can't compare the other lights. I never had a coral care. I never had hydras. Hydras. Never had. Are they hydras? Yeah, hydras. I'm not a big lighting person. I've never had all kinds of different lights. I've always had radions, always from day one. Before that, I had metal halides. I had T5s also. I'd never had any other lights, and when I put the Sky on, I literally texted Terrence. I said, "This looks like when I go scuba diving, what the ocean looks like." And I was like, "This is amazing." Again, I'm gonna get bashed for that statement because I'm sure all of you out there have wonderful lights. There's so many light manufacturers out there that are doing fantastic work. But I was like, "Holy cow! I've never seen my tank look like this before." Um, when I'm going from Radion to the Neptune Sky, I can tell you that I did not notice much of a growth difference in my corals. My corals were still growing really well. The coloration was very similar. However, how they kind of looked with the light was very different. I could see the shimmer, and I can also see these pigments coming out of the corals that I'd never seen before. But the coral growth was the same. I took pictures. I didn't see any difference in coral growth. I think the Radion can grow coral. I think the Sky can also grow coral really well. But is it Sky? Is it leaps and bounds better than a Radion? No. Is the programming leaps and bounds better than the Radion? That's a no-brainer. The fact that I'm a programmer and I love automation, the fact that I can automate things based on my light percentages and I can automate things based on errors of the lights is unreal. So if the Sky, for instance, overheats, or let's say the fan changes or something happens to it, I can have it do something else when that happens. So Rob, I measured the same period of growth. So I measured the period of growth from like 3 months, and I think I've had the light since about January, so it's been about 5 months. So I measured the growth at about 3 months. You cannot adjust the UV, Christopher. That it does not have a UV channel. But again, it's and Mike just kind of mentioned the fact that when you look at your corals with this light, it looks like you're literally in the ocean. I had never seen that before in any light I've ever had. It doesn't look artificial at all. I mean, seriously, it looks like sunlight. It's pretty ridiculous, actually. I will be doing a review. I will be doing videos. I will be showing off my tank, maybe in another live stream, but I'm tired. I worked all day today, and I saw this, and I just wanted to talk to you about my experience with the light so far, show you how to program it a little bit. So I would say I'm pretty sold on it. What I really actually was disappointed today in hearing the price. It's a little steep, you know. I love the light, don't get me wrong. I think it's worth paying the money that they're asking for it, but I think it's going to be really tough for other reefers to buy this light over other lights that are around the same price point or cheaper. So I'm a little concerned, and now that I sell Neptune product, I think it's going to be hard to sell the Sky. Now I could be wrong. Super Glass, they are set up at Reefapalooza Orlando. That's what the announcement was today. So I don't know, guys. What do you guys think? Do you think the $870 price tag is a little steep? I don't know. I'm going to say yes, but we'll see. As time goes on, when they start selling it, we'll see. We'll see if people buy them, and I could be completely wrong. You know? They have a lot of good selling points about that light, and I can see where they're bringing that price point in. You see my face. I don't know, guys. The fact that it's going to be about $900 with a hanging kit, it's right. It's there's really no competition at that point, you know, because the competition I think from Neptune would be to sell it for $700. right? 600 is a little low, Battle. I think 700 is a reasonable price for it if you're going to compare it to other lights on the market. I think it just has, I don't know. I'm not a sales guy. I don't know who came up with that number. I don't know what it costs to make. I'm not going to, you know, tell Neptune what to do. I just hope that people buy them and I hope that people love them. I have it. I love it. I got one for free. I got one I had to pay for. Um, I love it, guys. I do. And I love other lights too, but I'm not a big lights person, you know. I'm an automation guy. I like to see automation stuff. And there's a lot of automation you can do with this light, guys. So if you love automation like I do, this is the light for you, trust me. I just showed you a little just a little snidbit of the programming that I've done with it. Not like buying a meme stock. Yeah, Mike had a good point. Mike said, you know, most people are set and forget with the lights. I'm gonna sort of disagree when you see what you can do with this light. um, the integration absolutely is a must. Let's see. I'm looking at some of the comments. Really, Stephen? You expected it to be higher, huh? That's good. That's actually a good thing then. You know, again, I could be wrong. I'm not always right about much, but I will tell you that I look at you guys' pocketbooks when I do reviews, and I don't know. It's a hard pill to swallow. $880 for a light, right? Uh, let's see. I love it. Aaron said, I agree. Lights should never be touched. You're right. They shouldn't be until you get a Sky. You'll see what I mean when I do more programming videos. I'm not going to do that right now. There's some cool stuff you can do on a daily basis with these lights. So let's see what else we got here. Let me go back to my ugly ass. There we go. So I will tell you guys, I've had it since January-ish. I had it set up, running. I was scared to death. I'm sure a lot of people are like that. It was a very smooth transition. I have 0 deaths. My corals are growing great. It is smaller than a pizza box, Daniel. That was a bunch of lies. It's definitely smaller than a bunch of pizza boxes. Um, shit. I wish I can. I don't know how to transfer to my phone. Otherwise, I'd go in there, guys, and show you what it looks like. You cannot cannot simulate storms, Cedric. Chris, that's going to be a good question for Neptune. Chris asked about a 6-foot tank for 2 or 3 for 180. I swear, I think you can get away with 2, man. I think Neptune will, of course, tell you 3, but I think you can get away with 2. So how would you compare the Sky to the XR30? Are we talking about the one I had, which was the Gen 4, or the Gen 5? Because I've never had a Gen 5, so it'd be hard for me to compare those two. Chris, you're 100% welcome, dude. I hope you guys liked my video on the calcium reactor I just did. I've been really happy with that. I have a really exciting video coming. I'm announcing a brand new product that no one in the world knows about. It's funny. I get to announce all this cool stuff. I don't know why, but I get to. It's fun. Terrence told you 12 to 15? Holy cow. No, I know what it is. I have it actually. I actually have it. Hold on. I'm not going to show it to you, but I'll give you a sneak peek. All right, I'm back. Okay. I will give you a very, very sneak peek. Whoop, whoop, whoop. All right, I can't even see it. Can't even see it. There you go. That's it. That's your sneak peek. I will tell you that this box that I just showed you is roughly 2 inches by 2.5 inches. Anyway, so I'm going to be announcing that product soon. Giving a handy at SpectraPure. Oh boy. They just are right by me, Rob. I love those guys. They're good guys. I'm going to have them on my stream. Um, yeah. I'm not telling you, Donald. I'm not telling anyone what that is. How loud are the fans? They're very quiet. You will not hear them, period. Jeff, I have not got my Mastertronic. I am at the point now where I don't care anymore. I'm the automation, quote unquote, expert, and I don't get to try out a Mastertronic. I'm going to have Sam Parker from Parker Reefs on tomorrow. He has a Mastertronic or got to use one. We're going to have a nice chat about that. I'm a huge fan of SpectraPure, guys. I always will be. Not that I'm biased because I live here and I can just drive over there and pick up whatever I want. But they are the nicest guys and they are so helpful when you call them. They know their stuff. I get zero particles of anything in the water they make. Once I switched from BRS DI stuff to their stuff, I haven't had a single issue with algae in that tank. Single issue. It's been fantastic. You know, I haven't opened it, Daniel. I don't want to open it, honestly. I'm not one of those type of people who like to open things up unless they're broken. Yeah, Patrick, Sam's going to be on tomorrow, guys, at 3 p.m. Pacific time. It's the only time I was able to do it because he's in Australia. Mark, I've never had an AP9X. I can't really. I wish I can compare it to other lights, guys, but unfortunately, my experience with lights is very little. Again, I'm more of an automation junkie. I've had metal halides, I've had T5s, I've had power compact lights in the past. I've had almost every Radeon generation 1 through 4, and now the Sky. So I can compare you to those guys. I did have an AI Prime on my Nano at one point, and I did not like it. Oh, I'm really excited to show you guys this secret thing. Ooh. Yeah, the Silica Buster's fantastic. Actually, I use their Enduro, which is it's a little more expensive, guys. But if you look up the Enduro, I haven't changed it once in 2 years. Seriously, I haven't changed it once. And I've told them that. I was there the other day, and I'm like, does anybody ever need a second one of these? So, okay, so today's about Sky, and if you guys are late to the party, I am now a Neptune dealer. Please review what I said at the beginning of the stream before you go nuts. Those are the two big announcements I wanted to make today. Um, Rob, you kind of have a good point. Rob said it's kind of water dependent. Arizona has terrible water, guys. Terrible water. Let's see. Neptune shill. Yeah, I knew this was going to happen. I'm going to always be legit and honest with all of you guys, as always. Let's see. Any other questions about the Sky, guys? I mean, now's the time. You know, I know anything. I know everything and anything about the Sky. Okay, so Mike's asking to compare the two lights. Um, I've mentioned a couple of my comparisons. One of the comparisons that I personally have is the Sky has such a dramatic spread difference between the G4, which I had a diffuser on, and the Sky. The Sky's ability to spread the light is so much better than that of a Gen 4. Now I know the Gen 5 is a lot better at that. Um, it's got the separated moonlight, which I really, 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 really love, guys. You won't love it until you have it and understand why you will love it. You don't have to have extra lights. You don't have to have extra lunar garbage. It's all built into the light. Thanks, Mike. You guys want to order stuff? I'm going to be selling it on my website. I'm going to have a whole store. You know, Queen City Reefs. That's a good question for Terrence. I have never asked them that. It looks. I don't want to say this, but it looks very similar to a Coral Care. So they must have got something from Coral Care, but I'm not going to throw that out there. That's just a guess, guys. I'm not going to get in trouble with Neptune and everyone yelling at me. So I don't know. I don't have an answer. Um, Derek is multitasking my PMs. Dude, I multitask every day of my life. Mike asked for the length, width, and height. I think it's on their website now. I don't know those figures, unfortunately. I don't have them in front of me. But I was trying to finish this question. So the Radion's par was really, really, really high at certain areas of the tank, whereas the Neptune spreads it really well. So I didn't have to do a lot of adjustment to my par when I replaced it. Also, when you look at the two side by side, which I did, I have a picture, which maybe I'll post at some point. I had my Radion running on one side of the tank, and I had my Neptune running on the other side of the tank. And you can totally tell, guys, what's the Sky and what's not the Sky by how realistic the tank looks. It looks literally like you're sitting in the ocean with scuba gear on. If you guys have never scuba dove, or if you've snorkeled, you'd understand what I mean. Or the picture that I had earlier behind me kind of gives you a good idea of what I mean. It literally looks like you're looking in the ocean. Whereas when you look through the Radion, you can kind of tell the artificialness of it, and you can kind of see where the blues are a little more, are really defined in comparison to that of the Sky. Um, Control-wise, they had very basic and similar controls. I think the Neptune has a lot more control, of course, because it's built by Neptune for the Neptune Apex. It is small. I would say it's a little bit larger than the Radion horizontally, or oh, here we go, scuba. I'd say it's hard to. The size of it from right to left is about the same as a Radion, but its depth is much more. I don't know when it's coming out. That's the other thing someone had asked. It's still in development in terms of us testing it, so I don't know when it's coming out, guys. I wish I had a date. I don't know. They're very light, also, by the way, guys. They're very light. I would say, Donald maybe can tell me, I would say maybe 5 pounds, maybe 7. I don't know. The power brick is big and heavy, though, guys. So have time for that, or have room for that. Let's see. So if I was comparing the Radion to the Neptune, guys, I would say I would give the Neptune, if we're comparing the two, just right now after using it for so long, I would say that I like the Neptune a lot better than my Radion Gen 4 because of how the tank looks. The tank itself. Growth, I would say they're about identical. No matter what they say, in my tank, the growth was very similar. But I think Rob had mentioned in chat the look of when you're scuba diving. I wish I can. There's only way I can explain it is if you've ever been in the ocean and you see the sun going penetrating the ocean floor and seeing the corals, you would understand what I mean by how the Neptune looks. Um, it's astonishing, guys, how it looks. Spread compared to a Gen 4 with a diffuser, the spread is night and day difference better on the Sky. Um, Again, I've never had a Gen 5. Um, let's see. It's a really great light, guys. I'm not gonna say anything really bad about it. I do wish they had a detachable power cord. That's one thing I don't like about it. I do, these little tiny things, kind of, nitpicky things about it. I don't care about the fans on top. I can tell you I have zero dust on those fans, so they don't really spin a lot. The fact that you can mount it with any mounting hardware on, you don't have to buy their mount, is pretty cool. So if you're replacing something you already have a Radeon on, it's a simple swap. The power brick is big, guys. I wish they could have done something, but I mean, it's to send 200 watts to a light, you're gonna need a big power brick. I do wish they had the ability of daisy chaining the power, which they don't have. Maybe they will at some point, where you can just plug one light in and it powers all of them. Maybe you can get like a big power block of some sort, or like one of the Ecotech battery backup looking things, and plug all the lights into it, but they don't have that. Let's see. I hope that answers your question. Was it Matt or Mike that asked that question about the difference? I hope that helps. I mean, Willie asked if there's going to be a smaller version. At this point, I don't believe there's going to be. Better the brick than putting it over the tank. That's true, Rob. It's got a very long cord. Donald says it's 14 feet. I don't think it's 14 feet. I think it's longer than 14 feet. And yeah, you put the power block at the other location, because the cord, at the end of the cord, has the Aquabus and the power input. Oh, I'm sure there's going to be tons of features, Donald, they haven't announced and stuff, but I just showed off a couple little things today. I think I'm the first. So any other questions? We're at about an hour. I wanted to have some fun today and just kind of talk about it. Tomorrow, we'll have the stream at 3 p.m. Pacific, guys. We have Parker's Reef from Australia coming on. We are giving away something fun, not a Sky. And we'll talk about the Sky a little bit. I don't know how much it's going to come up in conversation, but you always are welcome to message me on Facebook, or any questions you have on the Sky, because the word is out, and I've had it for a while. So me and a couple other people have had it for a while. I have secretly not told anybody on purpose. I wanted to be a big reveal. I actually begged Terrence to be able to reveal it on my live stream, but I get it. I'm low on the totem pole. Again, I sell Neptune, so if you guys want to buy Neptune from me, anything you want, I sell any of their products. To be quite honest, I might be able to get it faster than some of these other companies too, because first of all, they're here in California, or they're right next to me in California, and I have a special stock list that I can get pretty much anything I want. So I might be able to get it faster than some of these other companies. And of course, I want to sell it, right? What's up, Manny's Reef? A little late, buddy. Yeah, see, Aaron, I've shipped the stuff to him. I ship most of my stuff 2-day shipping on everything. Let's see. What else is going on? Oh, Mike, yeah, I tried to get on this right when I got home. I was like, I'm going to get on this right now. Well, Manny, I said a lot of stuff, dude, so you're going to have to watch what I said. I'm going to restream this, obviously, and edit it a little bit, but I want to just get on here real fast and share my experience with Sky, because I have 2 of them. And for those that are late, proof is in the pudding. There's my Sky. There's my 2 of them. So people that say, oh, Derek doesn't have one. Yeah, I do. There they are. Had them for a while. I've had them longer than lives Reef. I've had them from the beginning. Secretly, remember that video when I opened the cabinet and showed you the sky? It was in there. Mike, I have a picture of the sky on the tank. I'm gonna take some better pictures. I'd love to get my phone over there and show you guys what it looks like and how it looks and everything. My software, I haven't quite figured out how Terrence does that crap. Yeah, so Rob, during Black Friday there was a raffle, and I gave money to the children's charities that Neptune supports, and I won it. I won the Sky. I won one of their first ones actually, and the second one I bought. Superglass, I have absolutely no clue, buddy. I'm going to presume no. There's very few of us that have skies. I know Terrence makes out that the whole world has them, and we've been testing them, but I don't remember the amount of people that have them. But I know from the people I've spoke to that have it, um, there's not a lot of people that have them, so I'm guessing no. Cedric, that's a good question. I'm going to say no, and this is why. Cedric asked, do you think you can get away with one on your tank if you mount it high? My thoughts on the Sky is that the brightness and the amount of power it outputs is quite low. And I think they do that so they can get a really good equal blanket of light. So if you raise it up, I have a feeling that it's going to really kill your power numbers. So my guess would be no, and that's just based on what I've been thinking. See, Battle wants to mount his 3 foot high, but he's going to have like 20 of them. I believe the suggested height is 10 inches. Mine's at about 12, 11 inches. I could be wrong. That's a question for Neptune. Oh, I'm probably not supposed to say this, Rob, but Bulk Reef Supply has had one for a while. So they've probably done a lot of tests. But you didn't hear that from me, except for the whole internet. Yeah, I'm trying to get a bunch of people on. Randy and Ryan are two guys I'm trying to get on. Busy guys. Everyone's busy. Parker's going to be great tomorrow, guys. If you haven't met him, really, really nice guy, really knowledgeable guy. Going to be great. I don't think Moron's coming on, so we'll see. I don't know if Desiree's coming on. And then next week, we have a big surprise. We're having Paul on from Neptune. And what's so great about it is we're not going to have Terrence on with Paul, and we'll be giving away an Apex. No more Terrence with any BRS guy anymore. So Brinks asked, how many do you think you need for a 72 inch? What's a 72 inch? Is that a 6'2"? Someone kept asking about the 6 feet tank, right? I think that's 6 feet, 72 inches, maybe. Brinks, I really think you can get away with 2. I really do. Donald hit the nail right on the head. Donald said, I would consider power to be lower in that there are not hot spots like other lights. That is absolutely correct. Battle doesn't even have corals. I don't know what he thinks he has corals, but he doesn't have corals. Watch my stream when he was on. Well, see, Mike, Neptune says 3 because I want to sell you 3 lights, right? And I'm selling Neptune now, so I'm going to say 3. But I think you can get away with 2. Oh, now you have tons of corals, huh? Yeah, Mike, I'm trying to get Ryan and Randy. They're tough to get, guys. They're busy guys. I understand. Ooh, 12 elegance. Ooh, he's got coral, guy. Guys, he's got corals. 12 elegance. Are you the new Desert Reef battle? Because he's not here. I gotta rip on someone else. All LPS and softies. Yep, he's got corals, guys. No offense to people that have just LPS and softies, but someone that has a I don't remember how many gallons your tank is, and you have only LPS and softies. You have any real coral battle? And then, guys, we're going to have Spectrapure on. Spectrapure is going to be awesome to have on, guys. You haven't met these guys. They're really cool guys. 30-inch tall, 36 wide. Ooh. That's the same size as my 300, Willie. My fish only tank. I'm gonna say 4, Willie. I'm gonna say 4. What do you guys think? 4? Well, Rob, I didn't really mean just sticks, but I have clams. I got starfish. I got all kinds of crazy stuff, and mine's a reef tank. He's got sharks. I don't really think that's a reef tank with 12 elegance corals. I just like to mess with them. So, any questions about the sky before I go for the night? And see you guys tomorrow afternoon. Hopefully, I didn't say anything that gets me in trouble, but whatever. Well, if it was a shark reef tank battle, you would have a black tip reef shark, which you don't. "3 p.m. Pacific Standard Time tomorrow with Parker's Reef." I don't know, Mike, when I will get them in stock. When I do, I will let everyone know. So for those that arrived late, we went over all the specs I could on the Sky. We went over a little bit of programming. We went over some comparisons. We went over a lot of stuff today. And the big other announcement is I am now a Neptune dealer. And I'm going to continue to be unbiased, of course. I'm going to continue to be as straight as I can, even though I'm selling their product now. I'm not looking to make a lot of money off of it, but I am looking to sell their products. It'd be great. Superglass asked if there's any pre-orders. I will find that out on Monday. I want to show off the Sky right now to you, Willie. Unfortunately, my technology, I haven't figured out how to get my phone to connect to my stream. So I would have to take my whole getup here and bring it over there if I did a stream on it. I'm going to figure it out one day. But I will have a video on it. I'm going to probably record it this weekend because I think I'm allowed to now do reviews. I tried doing that, Rob. Rob said cast it. I've tried doing that. It doesn't work. I'm going to figure it out. I'm a techie guru, so I'll figure it out. I just never really thought I'm going to need to move around while I do a stream. But I see other people doing it, so there must be a way. So, well, guys, yeah, it's been fun. This was an exciting day. I had a really long day at work, and Terrence told me he was going to be announcing the Sky. I was so excited because it's something I've wanted to talk to you guys about for so long now, and now I get to make some cool videos. And when I announce this thingy right here that I can't show you, ooh, you're gonna love it. Let's see, kick the eye. All right, guys. I hope you have a great evening. I hope to see you guys tomorrow at the 3 p.m. live stream, the normal time. Not normal time, the normal day. And we'll be giving away something really fun, I promise. So, peace, guys. Have a great day, and thanks again for watching.